Hello, my name is Henry.
And my name is Casey. Today, we are going to take you on a journey to Cairo, Egypt, where we are currently standing right now.
Its culture, flavor, environment, and human interaction make Cairo a very special place that has been cherished for thousands of years.
Today, we will be showing you the different aspects of Cairo that make it so awesome.
So sit back and enjoy the show. As you can see, Cairo is in the northeastern tip of Africa, resting on the Nile River. Cairo is at 30.0444 degrees latitude and 31.2357 degrees longitude. Cairo is 111 miles northwest of Alexandria, another major city in Egypt. Driving from Cairo to Alexandria is roughly a 2-hour trip and can take longer depending on harsh weather and fierce encounters with bandits. From Portland, it takes an average of 19 hours on a plane to get to Cairo. Portland is 6,961 miles northwest of Cairo, halfway across the world. But before you decide to get up and make this lengthy departure, I'm sure you want to know more about the city of Cairo. Let us tell you about their economy.
First, a little background on the economy of Egypt in its entirety. 29% of Egyptian people are employees having to do with the pursuit in agriculture. The Nile River is a major contributor to the concept of agriculture, as it is the longest river in the world and Cairo sits right on it. Many products are exported from here, including cotton, petroleum, yarn, and many different kinds of textiles. It is also an area that provides fertile soil for nearby farmers. Cheese and dairy are also very popular products in this country. Oil, natural gas, and lead are a few resources that are very important to this country in order for it to run well. Now on to Cairo, the economic center of Egypt. Here, 2/3 of Egypt's gross national product is generated by the workforce that is a part of the city. Primarily, people in the workforce here occupy service sector jobs in government, financial services, and commerce. And the country is able to make a lot of profit because of the amount of tourists it has annually. Weapon sales and foreign aids are also major contributors to the well-being of this economy. Additionally, it is not uncommon to see many young people, including kids as young as possibly 10, working in sweatshops trying to contribute to the well-being of their families. Something very unusual compared to what it is like here. Now for the flavor. What makes Cairo so special?
The Egyptian Museum is located here, one of the most famous museums in the entire world. This museum is arguably the most popular Egyptian attraction. It has 107 halls filled with over 160,000 precious objects dating back to some 5,000 years ago. Many of you are probably familiar with the Pyramids of Giza, one of the 8 wonders of the world. These pyramids were constructed for Pharaoh Khufu as a resting place for him. This is an attraction that is on many people's bucket lists, as it is one of the most popular areas in the world today. A major physical feature that Cairo is known for is the beloved Nile River. As many of you already know, this is the longest river on Earth. What makes this river so important is the fact that it provides a major amount of fertile soil along the areas in which it runs through. This river is used in transportation as well as exportation of goods made in Cairo.
In Cairo, as well as throughout Egypt, it is considered a great compliment when someone tells you that you have a great or respectable family. This respect is something that is earned from education and or wealth, as well as how your kids act and the reputation that they have. Urban families generally have 2 to 3 children, while rural families have 5+ children. This is somewhat similar to what families can look like here. Typically, extended families all live under one roof, but if they do not, then they are generally very close to one another in living space. Children are expected after age 10 to help around the house, while parents are responsible to plan for their kids' future. The eldest child is expected to look after the parents and care for them when they are of old age. This could possibly be the most important aspect of Egyptian family. Additionally, it is not abnormal for cousins to marry each other, something that is very different than us in the United States. Weekend gatherings among families are common, and they are always together on religious occasions like we do at Christmas.
While Cairo is a very interesting place to go, there are still a couple environmental concerns that you might want to know before visiting the city. First off, water is scarce in some parts of Cairo, making it hard for a lot of people to have access to clean water. Also, as they should, many historical monuments are slowly beginning to diminish, but they are anything other than gone. A big issue currently is the amount of air pollution that the city has been experiencing lately. This is due to the large amounts of tourists that have been coming to the city. There are strong efforts being put forth to maintain the amount of air pollution in Cairo to make this a place that people want to visit and stay clean while visiting.
Cairo is a city that has major unplanned construction, and this is affecting the lives of the poor and working classes. Police are commonly removing and relocating the poor to build new spaces for the wealthy. This construction is excluding the poor and working classes. Additionally, there are approximately 400 areas of unplanned housing, and with an excess population of 7 to 12 million people being affected. They are also planning to make more space for a new World Trade Center with a mall. The government in Cairo is responsible for selling desirable land at low prices to developers that are trying to build new spaces for the wealthy. For these spaces, police are removing the slum dwellers from these specific areas and trying to relocate them to somewhere where there is not yet any construction. As you can see, the poor are suffering greatly, and there is no one that is trying to change that so far. Education is something that is clearly very underappreciated here because there's little investment in school systems. While education is valued and respected here, it is definitely underappreciated as there is a low value of investment. Hospitals too receive little, if not any, investment, and the quality of these healthcare services have begun to diminish because of the lack of support that they receive from the regime. But all people supposedly have access to healthcare.
Because Cairo is located in the uppermost part of Africa, the climate is that of a desert, usually very hot during the daytime and cool during the night. Winters are very mild and summers are extremely hot. For the most part, the citizens in Cairo are Muslim. This is why there are so many mosques plotted throughout the city. Cairo stands at about 74 to 80 feet above sea level and has only one major spike in the middle of the city, standing at 184 feet above sea level. Arabic is the most common language that is spoken in Cairo, and it was adopted in the 7th century by the country of Egypt. Many people also speak English, as there are many tourists from the United States that come and visit. Citizens of Cairo see tourists as a way to learn the language of English. They also speak many other intricate forms of Arabic, but Egyptian Arabic remains the most common spoken language in the country. Like previously stated, Cairo is the absolute economic center of Egypt, and as it makes 2/3 of the country's profit. Cotton is the most commonly grown crop and sells for a high price in markets and exported around the world. But unfortunately, agriculture is not very good in Egypt or in Cairo because of its desert-like status.
Soccer is the main sport in all of Egypt, let alone Cairo. Matches are often a way for men to bond over a nice cold beer in one of their favorite bars with some of their friends. Soccer is played by people of all ages, starting as when you are able to walk. There are many sporting clubs that have members in Cairo, kind of like how we have 24-hour fitness and club sport. Everyone in Cairo loves movies and TV. They love going and seeing the newest films as well as binge watching their favorite TV shows. Simplistic tea houses, cafes, coffee shops, and many other places offer many women and some men a place to meet and socialize with their companions or talk about business. Men enjoy smoking what is called a shisha, which is a water pipe in which tobacco is smoked. Men, women, and children also love to play table games like cards and many other traditional games, just like we do here.